Hey guys, how's it going? And hello, Spooky. I got 2 drinks, so I am ready. I'm just finishing my coffee and then I'll move on to my juice. I made a little bingo card. I'll pop it up. I'll probably take it down during the stream though, like their stream, just so it's not a huge interference. But there it is. I made it earlier today. If you guys want to add anything, just let me know. It is technically full, but yeah. I filled it up in case no one added anything. We can easily remove like the bad joke or something. And I put GTA 6 up there just for shits and giggles. There's no way I would get announced, because I hear, even if it was to, I hear that that Rockstar doesn't deal with Summer Game Fest. So. I really think we'll hear Hogwarts news, though. Yeah. They were already talking about doing that too, and then it got canceled, and I'm pretty sure it's, you know, uncanceled. Yeah. I would say pretty much the ones, you know, a lot of those I just put in as predictions, but the ones I'm really kind of hoping for is Kingdom Hearts 4, The Little Nightmares release date, because we know it's this year, we just don't know when. And then Hogwarts Legacy 2, because I am almost done that game. I'd be ready for the second one. And what else did I put up there? I guess that's all I'm really like super, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Make sure everything's working. Yep. Kick almost didn't want to go live for me. I had to reactivate it like twice. That's the joy of multi-streams. Yeah. Well, hopefully it won't be too terribly quiet. This is why I don't really like going earlier. Yeah, this is a huge reason why I do these as reacts later on. But I chose to go earlier this day because of Twitch drops. For you and me, because, you know, if I go later, then I mess out. Yeah. Hey, Pugs. No, we are early. It's because we are live streaming the live stream. So, yeah, so I have to be on their time. Yeah, normally I will, well, you know how I usually do things. Normally I will just do this at 6. And then, yeah, but because there's a Twitch drop attached to it, I decided we'd do it live. Like at the real time. Because it's kind of confusing when it's a live stream and I'm saying we'll do it live, but, you know, me live at their live. So what that means is that we can't pause. So yeah, Yeah, you'll see why. You'll see why I like to do things the way I do them. Because if people start asking me questions, yeah, I don't like talking over trailers and stuff, so... Unless I'm not interested. But then one of you guys might be. Okay, if you say so. How was work? Or are you still there? You might still be there since we are early. And that's my bingo card. We're gonna see. We'll see if we can get bingo. I don't know what you guys get if you get a bingo. I have no idea. I didn't think that far ahead. I just thought it'd be a nice little fun little game. Nope, start early today, so I stop early? Nice. Well, it's pretty nice out. It was raining earlier. I have one of my windows open right now. And, yeah, it's a nice little chill. So this particular, like, this whole event will probably end close to my regular start time, so we'll do something after. But I will probably end this on YouTube side. And, yeah. But we'll probably do some Mario Kart or something. Either Mario Kart or Disney. The hype in me wants to do Mario Kart, but we should be doing Disney. And that start path, I think, ends on Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, so we might have to buy our last rewards if I want that house. But it can't. It's on a star path, Pugs. It can't. But we probably will do. Here, I'll drop the bingo card. But we probably will do Mario Kart. Hey, Spooky. Need to set up your Switch too? Well, great time to do it. I know if I was viewing this, I would use this viewing while I was setting up. I love that backdrop.
I love the energy.
I was gonna say it sounded a little weak.
Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games.
Does it need to be louder?
We had the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time. And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some of those.
Right? Well, that's the main point.
Before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at number one with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team.
I thought he was
going
to say schedule.
At Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1,
yeah.
VGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that
I knew that one did good, so.
Stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. And that's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's
that
kick
reminds
things off
me.
with a game from an independent studio.
Don't even have my
who is
paper
thinking
out
very
yet.
big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
Good soundtrack, and it looks good.
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child. They'll worship you until you fail. Then what? You're no god, but neither have they.
That looked good. I've never played the first one.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island.
That is
But there's
a
still hope.
bingo.
You and your friends
It's
can
not
join the
bingo,
fight.
but
Here's the
I did
first
mention
exclusive
Fortnite
look
on the
at
card.
what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Is that today?
Jonesy. All right.
Oh no, that's tomorrow.
Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Okay. Off to a good start. Had that on the card too. Maybe I watched too many of these shows.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so excited for DS2. So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、コロナを体験したと思うの
Everyone
で、
experienced
コ
the
ロナを体
pandemic.
験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection
考えていただきたいと
after
思い
we
ます。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please. No smoking, please.
Right, I saw that coming. It's a today's game, buddy.
Neil Varna. What do you do? For living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then.
Sorry.
She knows him.
You really don't remember me.
The girl. You're alive. Stop. 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 Stop.
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy. Mr. Kojima.
DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character,
ニールとルーシ
Neil
ー。
and
で、
Lucy.
ちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど、
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます。
and
で
reveals
前回
throughout the
クリ
story.
フっていう人気キャラクターがい
And
ま
last
したけ
time
ど
on
マツさん
DS1,
がやって
we have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的に
Mats.
は彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で
by story,
2 では出
he
せな
will
い。
not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのがマ
But
ツ
this
さ
time,
んの代わりというか
Neil
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担
playing like the
って
role that
登場
Mats
します。
did for DS2
で、
this
クリ
time.
フすごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very popular
クリフを超えるようなキャラクタ
But I
ーを作ろうとして、
we have to kind of like top that character. So Luca Marinetti was a great actor, and I think it will great
Right, I
he
was gonna
did a
say,
great
I
performance. So I
like
you'll
his
like this new
acting.
character Neo too.
I recognized him right away.
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers. You know, that's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
Not the first either, because I showed some in one of the earlier game shows this week.
Too.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you. All right. And now I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic-scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill.
Well, I was really good at making that bingo card, honestly.
Tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war, but war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games within the Sonic franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
That's a badass car.
Time for me to win this.
Nice.
Coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking. So you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
Minecraft and Sonic. I guess you could say, you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Okay,
Next, we're
I can
excited to
knock
reveal
off
a
the bad
brand new
joke
action
part
RPG
that
from
I put in the
Bandai Namco
bingo.
Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Time. For some, it heals. For others, it wounds. And for our world, it promises only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time, or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
That looked good. Yeah, that looked not too bad. It's a good start, actually.
Game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy. Here we go.
Man, Troy Baker's busy, huh?
Another role for Troy Baker. All right,
Right?
That's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this is not the game you know.
I'll play it. The only one I played was the Telltale game, so this'll be a bump up. That was the only other Game of Thrones game I knew.
You decide who wins and who dies.
Uh-oh.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
I'll play it.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of atomic heart.
Did the first one just come out? I never played the first one, which I still am pretty certain released like 2 years ago. Just saying. But, yeah, clearly it did good. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Have a good hunt, Captain.
So, who's the main character here?
That's right. Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
DLC for their first one?
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness. How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
Cute little guy. The Cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic universe on a massive levitating cube you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving. All right, let's jump into the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro beat-em-up coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
It definitely don't look like a game that would release this year. Yeah, I feel like I played it 20 years ago.
This isn't hell or my world. What is this place? Also,
Oh, is this that Yote or whatever? Something of Yote? Ghost of Yote?
We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they? Sasaki Ganya.
Okay, totally wrong. But I've heard of that one.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Soulframe Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This meat ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
So it's basically Rocky meets them. The Muppets or puppets, however which way you want to say it. Yeah, that's a hard pass. I'm just saying.
Super fun. Got a wish list that, right?
That is a hard pass.
It's time to see the announcement of a brand new game in Deception We Trust.
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way.
Hey, Holy.
Gathered from every
Hydrating.
corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs, engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow.
How you doing?
Enough theatrics.
Happy Friday.
To the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain.
Right.
Hair, fingerprints, blood,
TGIF.
clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up, buy items with the gold you earn, loot chests for weapons and armor, steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps, discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
That was Killer Inn, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix where you compete in a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends.
Did he just take off? Yep. No one seemed to care.
Here, you are in control.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th, but you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access.
Yeah, I was gonna
Here's
say.
a brand new look.
When there's an early access to a game, that's the real launch date. like literally you get that access just by pre-ordering. You could pre-order it the day before and get that access, so it's just the launch date as far as I'm concerned.
my world fall to ash, consumed by the void. Try as I might to quell their advance. 'Twas all for naught. Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand. Return to the past, where your journey awaits.
That looked good.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming next cannot be easy.
I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Just as he once came to me.
You know, I usually save my judgment till the end, but I'm just gonna say, and this is not like bad judgment, this is good judgment, but the show's off to a good start. It's only been like 30
The
minutes.
victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory. I never doubted that you'd end up here.
I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
A rat in the vessel. Such a tiny nuisance. I know all your secrets. And don't come back.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you
You
today.
just jinxed it. There's still lots of the show left. Yeah. Even if it was all shit for the rest of the way, it would still be a good show. Yeah, they've done that many good things already.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me!
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
That's Mafia 4, right? I think there's 3.
An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
Remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
You know what game we need?
Loyalty is everything.
We need a Peaky Blinders game.
We can choose who we are.
I would play that in a heartbeat, man.
Who are you, Enzo?
Yeah. I think that's next on the list, devs.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyages captures the creative
Surprised there isn't, right?
Classic LEGO play.
I think it's upcoming someday.
Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
Okay, well, there's another. I'm too good at making these bingo cards. So yeah, since you came in after, we've got a bingo card I made, but I watch way too many of these shows. Like, I cover them all every year. So I'm way too good at making the bingo cards. But just so you can see it, there it is right there. And I don't know what'll happen if a bingo occurs. I didn't think further than that. But that's it so far. We've knocked quite a bit out. I've been tracking it on a piece of paper so that we don't have to keep going to the card every time. So we've knocked out the Fortnite, Kojima, actor in game, but I think I said it differently in the bingo card. And the bad joke. And now Lego. Yeah.
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits.
Well, that wasn't the aim. The aim was just to get a bingo, but like I said, I'm way too good at this shit. You know, I think I watch more than anyone does, really. Because most people cover Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for this week, and I cover like the whole week. So yeah, I might be a little too good at this. So we might get a blackout, but I don't think we will because I put GTA 6 on there just for shits and giggles. But like, it's not gonna get announced. So that'll fuck us out of a blackout. Yeah. And I haven't heard any booing yet, so, you know, we'll see. Because I do have that on the card as well.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P that transports players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses.
I originally wasn't interested in Lies of P, but I kind of want to play it now. Yeah, but initially it didn't look good enough to me, but you know, I've seen some more of the bosses in it. So I might have to buy that one. You know, in a month or so, I just spent a lot of money. I don't think we're buying any games anytime soon. Well, I bought the Switch too. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good chunk of money. Yeah. No, I was definitely referring to the fact that we just bought the Switch too.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right, next up, the small video game.
It was
publisher
almost
Serenity
800
Forge
when
based
you
in
include
Boulder,
tax
Colorado,
and stuff.
Shared this game with me a
Yeah.
few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest. I think you might get a kick out of this.
I did get the bundle though, so it was the Switch 2, which I got a code for Mario Kart World, and it also included a 12-month subscription to the expansion pack, which is how we'll be able to play like the GameCube games and all that. So I would say it was worth it. Like Mario Kart World is super fun. The 12-month thing, that is worth basically $80 to $90 Canadian. And yeah. And that game is $120. So $200 worth of that $800 price tag was the game and the subscription.
The garden is lush and green.
So I'm happy with it. I probably wouldn't even buy games till the end of the month anyway, because I'm a sale shopper and that's when the summer sale will happen. I'll buy like the oddball game here and there, but for the most part, I save all my game purchasing for June and December. Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
Usually wait till Black Friday for stuff I want to buy. I refuse to go anywhere on Black Friday. I'll buy some stuff online, but when it comes to consoles, usually I'm day one. Yeah. A lot of the time. But I'm a fan of the consoles, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely depends on how much you like Nintendo in this case, right? And yeah. But to be fair, I could never buy another game ever again throughout my whole life, and I still wouldn't get through all my games on Steam before I die. Yeah. Like, I'll just buy them because I like them, right? But it takes me a while to get through them. Although we might get through them a lot faster now, because I think I might be done editing the playthroughs, and that is really what does it. It's my editing of the YouTube channel that holds us back the most. Yeah. I always would say it was WoW, but it truly is editing. Because I spend what the average person spends working a full-time job, I spend editing. Yeah. It's like a big reason why I kind of want to just chill with it. Yeah. And the thing is, like, I always, you know, especially lately, I would edit them because I know people on YouTube like the shorter videos. But I say fuck it. You know, we've been multi-streaming for 5 years now. Like, yeah, they're technically videos. They stay there as VODs as long as I don't do copyright somewhere in the stream. Yeah. So, I think we just have unedited playthroughs now. And then I could, you know, back in the earlier days of my streams, I didn't edit the playthroughs. I streamed them, and I didn't even save them. You know, I'd stream them, and then we'd move on to the next game, and then the next game, and we did like 20 games a year because of that. And that was with WoW.
It's available today.
So yeah, if I would stop editing, we'd get through a lot of games.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongil Star Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
Find a way.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us.
Isn't that what's his name? Goldblum? What's his first name?
To find hope.
Fuck.
Within this
Jeff.
chaos.
Jeff Goldblum.
Well, to help life find a way.
Evolution 3, jeez. Oh, this is how they didn't get me. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say, I would love to play a Jurassic Park game, but yeah, not into building. Yeah, that kills it right there.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower.
Did you finish Hogwarts? Not yet.
Continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation.
We should have it done.
It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat,
Should have it done by the end of the month. It depends how much WoW gets played. Yeah.
As Mina, a whip-wielding
But,
follower,
like I
you'll
said,
burrow
if I
through
stop
danger
editing
and unravel
videos,
the mysteries of
yeah,
Ghost Island.
it puts a damper on the
decade ago,
YouTube channel,
we
that's
unearthed
for
a
sure.
groundbreaking
But
legend. This year,
it
we're
would
bringing
help
our
us
next bona fide
get it
classic.
complete. But it is very close. The only reason it's not complete is because I'm 100%ing it. So I've been doing the collection kind of like on par with the story. or else it would have been done. But it's really close. I got like one trial left.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done, yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman, all right, well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy, if you're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1.
Cyberpunk.
You're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma.
Just because it's yellow.
I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're going to do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips.
I do have Silk Song on that bingo card.
All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR.
Okay, well that knocks out another one because I did have a VR game on there.
Is that weird?
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light: The Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
He lost me. Was that not Ryan Reynolds? Was that... Because he said that was Neil Patrick Harris? Was that Neil Patrick Harris? His voice? I totally thought it was Ryan Reynolds. It even sounded like him.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
Like, did Jeff fuck up? Or did I hear the wrong voice? Yeah, I think he messed up, right?
Who knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters?
Because, like, let's be real, what's the point of even putting out a Deadpool movie, or game, I mean, if it's not gonna be him? You know, like, he has to be the voice.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is.
You're really good with the bingo. It's honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm a gamer. That I'm a gamer and I watch so many of these. Like I predict these like I predict my movies. Yeah, because I'm also, you know, I will just start by saying I watch the movie solo, so I'm not predicting and ruining for other people, but but whenever I watch a movie, I can call the murderer in the fucking first like 20 minutes, and yeah, I feel like nothing shocks me movie-wise anymore. I just predict it all. And clearly I'm getting that way with games.
The big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right.
It is.
This next game
I will say he did sound very close. So, but why would they do that? Like, I guess they weren't willing to pay Ryan enough money or something?
Annapurna Interactive. And this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing?
Hanging out, getting buzzed. I've got to get out of this place.
When I was like in my very early 20s, I was an extra in one of Neil Patrick Harris's movies. Yeah.
It's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night.
Damn, some good ones. Silverchair, Smashing Pumpkins. But the game looks like shit.
Experience it for yourself.
Doogie Hazard? No, it was a Christmas movie. It had him and Rebecca Gayheart in it. Christmas Blessing. Yeah.
I trust you have seen it.
Yeah, it was filmed here. Well, half was here. Half of it was Edmonton, half was Calgary. And I had an agent back then, so that's how I got it. Yeah, because that was kind of what I was doing then. I was an extra in a bunch of shit. Yeah. Yeah, I did talk to him. You know, not for long, briefly, but I talked to both him and Rebecca.
Gorgeous! Take this!
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power.
And they were both nice, if you're wondering if he's like an ass in real life, but at least back then. You know? Like, that was pre How I Met Your Mother, so who knows, after that show made it big, he might have, maybe he is an ass now, but back then he was nice. Yeah.
We fight for a future filled with hope.
Right? I know, everyone wonders, you know, how the actors they like would be, right? Yeah.
Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice, no peace, just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
I always love when you can hear it, you know? You hear the punch.
Bad dot line.
It looks pretty good because they said solo, right? Some solo dev.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Canada. Man, it's been so long since I watched that movie. Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are.
I did put Resident Evil, but I think it says new game, so it don't count, I guess.
To be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
That actually looked pretty good.
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
I was gonna say,
a glorious morning has dawned.
The Scott Pilgrim thing, you know, when they were saying that, you know, people wished a decade for it. Not me. In my head, I was like, The Simpsons. Yeah, that's the one that I have been waiting more than a decade. Like, I want another Simpsons game. Just like I want another Simpsons movie. Just like I want them to start selling the rest of their seasons. Yeah, there's a lot of Simpsons stuff I want.
you doing here?
Come with me.
I like this song.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens feet on.
Every time I hear it, though, I think of Donnie Darko. Yeah.
Like a part of me that's been
I still love that movie.
like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I want any part of your future. It's activating.
That looks good. That's coming out the day before my birthday? I'll ponder it.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week,
I like this one. Yeah.
This week we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
It's been years since I played a Hitman game.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right. Everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen. Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from
It has
Casino
an
Royale.
end date on it. I guess it's just temporary.
You know, this is I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoots of the Schiffer once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different.
Well, that's another
He's,
tick
more
off the
confident.
thing.
He's dangerous.
One
He's not
was
just a brilliant mind
famous
hiding behind
actor
a
goes
desk.
on
He's
stage.
Visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this
Check.
time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale, while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Schiffer is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours. For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well,
FOMO.
Thanks for joining us.
I should have put FOMO on the card.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Next year.
Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails.
Lego games are too addicting. The last one I played was Lego Brawl. It was pretty fun.
Hindered by evil monsters.
Yeah, I should return to it.
Lizard with wings.
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot.
I'll probably return to a bunch of games like next month. I think this month is definitely gonna be, I'll probably be in my Mario Kart World hype for a moment.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical
Yep.
king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a
But
crate.
that will eventually fade.
Wow, we've got all that and more in LEGO Party.
Although when it does, Donkey Kong will be out.
Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, The dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see. Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Jeez, we all saw where he aimed, right? I've always thought that monster babies are like the creepiest.
With its previous
Yeah.
beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wishlisted game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its project.
I think it'll be soon. Yeah. I don't think it'll be like October or anything. I think it'll be some hype release date. I was gonna say July. July seems a little too soon though, but definitely before September. Yeah. Like, I definitely think it's a summer release. Yeah. Looks pretty good though. I've never played a mech game. Okay.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Mechanicals approaching.
We must now face a stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
I'd laugh if it was called A Bug's Life. Just saying.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
No fun.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Man, I still need a boo. I need you to talk about, like, Veilguard or something, you know? I need a boo in the audience. And nice, this is a check mark off.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。
Well, shit.
それでは、これから
But at least you talked about it.
よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Let's rumble. Alice.
God, that hurt too.
Street Fighter 6. list now.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends. What will it take to finally awaken you?
Gotta rescue them. This is what we gotta protect. We cannot choose when people's dreams get snatched up out here.
Find Rizzo, find Master Kill, find Jill, find Method, find Rico, you find Kevin, find Ghostface Killer.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
I'm just gonna say the only thing I heard there was Ghostface Killer. Disappointed.
Ghostface Killer
Someone's
is calling
excited.
on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang: Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
My calling takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me. My story.
My story is yours.
Since when did Mystic land a role in a game, right? Oh, you know what? On the bingo card, we do have game with a cat. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Right there, some sort of cat game. Second row, second box. I think that qualifies. Yeah. We saw a cat there.
I took a bullet, I died, I came back.
I'm counting it.
And I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Although it was more like dedicated cat game. But
animation style. Enter a surreal
there's time.
world where
Could
you're
still
a down
happen.
on his luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
to be fair, there is one game that that has been requested that we may play at some point, and that is that Stray game. I keep putting off the purchase because it never hits at least 50%. The best I've ever seen it is 40. But it's cheap, so...
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon. Maybe it's too much for someone like you. Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we
Or you
asked
just know what the
ourselves,
audience
how would
wants
we
to
take
hear.
portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
What's with the bat, buddy?
Just look at that water placement. Expertly done. This is the epitome.
It's gotta be in the game, right? Like, why else is he carrying it?
So fast you can't stop it, you can't catch. Can he complete the comeback he's going to try? He shoots, he gets the kill. Now that's how you portal. They're not done yet. They got one. They got another. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Oh my God, they did it. They actually did it.
I don't know, it doesn't really have the Halo vibe, but it doesn't look horrible. It must be loved, it's the second one.
Last man standing. Victory. This is Splitgate.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Does this count as a music performance? It's the last one on the list. No, we won't count it. But if someone goes on that actual stage and sings even one note, I'm counting it. Right, I would pick that option too.
Mako. Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one?
Has anything surprised you yet?
So,
not yet.
what are you then?
But you know what? They saved the last ones for the end. So there's still time. What would surprise me is not only a mention of Kingdom Hearts, but also a release date, because they've been working on it for a while. The fourth one.
Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven.
I wouldn't be surprised by the Little Nightmares release date.
It's now 1943.
Actually, well, they'd never mention it, but I'm just gonna say GTA 6.
All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if it's a surprise.
Around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're
to be fair, a surprise would be something that's not on the card, right?
To delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
I like the plot so far.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh,
Now you gotta walk that large stretch that he just walked. Like, couldn't you have just paged her? Like, what? This based in the 80s or what?
if this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the prize.
Okay, who's it gonna be?
The Renwood Hotel.
I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Yeah, looks like a death trap.
Stay close.
They're coming. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Nice. I like how Buddy said he had no news, right? And then they end off. And that is a tick, because I did put new game for Resident Evil. Nice.
There you have it. Resident Evil Requiem.
And that's actually 2026 is pretty
We'll also be hosting
close.
Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil
Considering.
Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026.
See, now that's a little surprising. Not, I was pretty sure we'd hear a new Resident Evil, but like getting the date on the reveal, like you don't usually get a date and a reveal together. Usually it's a reveal and then a couple of years later a date.
Oh, I can't believe it! You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come.
Hey, system. How's it going?
SummerGameFest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks to you, Lucy. Great
Well, look
job
at our bingo card, because the card was only for this
We will
show.
see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
But yeah, that was really good, honestly. Like I was already calling it a good showcase of games like early in, but yeah, that was really good. Okay, so there's our, whoa, hold up. You guys all using headphones? My bad, guys. Actually, it's their bad. They was like, yeah, just saying, not my bad. Okay, so we got, let's see. So there was the new Lego game that we got, and what was that other one? I can't remember if there was a cozy game in the mix.
Feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's leaving you feeling empty inside? If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead.
I need to look at it on my other screen. You guys see it bigger than I do, so I'm like
from video games.
Okay.
And I'm here to tell you the
Let's
good
see.
news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to and brings you the
I'm a little
best
bummed about no technical issues. Usually that's a go.
How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million?
It's like the first time there's no technical. I'll turn it up, guys.
Generous
My bad.
From people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs Digital Showcase.
Yep, I don't think we got one.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Nope. No, I'm not seeing.
Hello! I'm Sassia, Senior Level Designer and Artist at No Goblin.
Okay,
I'm Jamie,
I gotta go
Senior
take a
Animator
piss.
At No Goblin. We're
I'll
excited
be back,
to share
guys.
with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this. It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up.
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello. Hello. We're House. You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
I'm back. Did I miss
It's a tricky
anything
game to
good?
describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking.
I can
It's a
do
big part
both
of Big Walk,
together.
and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful.
I can talk and
You'll
walk.
sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Oh, there they are.
and plenty of tools to stay in touch. when you're out of earshot. And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well.
on the day of the
Only set in a
devs
big
show,
open world
right?
that we filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big
Wouldn't
walk.
it be hilarious if they did pick like an
Exploring as part of a
oddball
group
show?
is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick
That would be
together.
so
navigating
hilarious.
the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare. Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended, and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset,
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Well, that's kind of mean.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little
What the
tour
fuck?
and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 I think you need some transmogs in that game.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea. Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword. And
Oh, I think
it
we
is
saw this
trying to give
yesterday.
you the kind of spiritual
Or the day
experience
before,
that you
'cause
get
I-
as a
I
surfer,
chose,
a snowboarder, a skater. It
Mario
takes
Kart
a lot of what
yesterday.
I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey.
Right? Yes, I'm
Abzu,
with
The
you.
Pathless,
Yeah,
and you're
totally.
going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new.
The main event's done, so like the
Sword of the Sea is
best
all
of the
about
best we've seen.
movement, getting into a
Yeah,
flow
now
state,
it'll be
and
Day of
it's
the
something
Devs,
that, as a snowboarder,
which is
I've
usually
experienced
like
myself.
little indie game
I
showcases.
feel like there's this kind of magical
And,
experience that you have
and they'll go for like
with
an
these
hour.
extreme sports. When
And
you're doing
then-
it, you actually find this
And
kind of
then
meditative
Devolver
quality.
Digital, which they've
moving very
gotten
quickly,
better. I remember
but you
their
get to
first
understand
showcase, they didn't
nature
really
in a
have
way you
any
can't
games that
otherwise.
were
You get to see
interesting,
the
but
whole
they've
mountain
done really
at
good
once, and that lets you
since
kind
their
of
first one.
connect
So sometimes
with
they
the
have
world in a deeper way.
some cool
And I
games.
think that's what we want to do with the game.
So all in all, there's like a couple of hours left. 1 hour of this, and then
I'm really excited
Devolver,
because Sword of the Sea
Devolver
has music written by
Digital.
Austin Wintry, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games.
Thought this was a new
It also
BlizzCon.
has
No, this is
movement
way
inspired
better.
by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one.
I like the
Sword of the Sea is
idea
coming out
of
this
like
year,
surfing
August
on a
19th,
sword,
on PlayStation
but
5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
but without knowing the
This
real
next world exclusive
objective.
is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Oh, is it one of those escape room things? It is not. But I know who you're talking about.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape
It's so crazy, right? They said that the other, like their first game
Escape Academy 2 is an
had
open
4
world
million
escape room
players. I've
where
never even
between your
heard of
escape
it.
classes,
It's
you can
crazy.
explore
It's
a
just
living,
like
breathing campus
YouTube's
that
the same
functions as
way.
one big
You know,
escape
there's probably like
We felt
a
inspired by
million
games like
people that
Animal
have
and the
a
Legend of
million
Zelda
plus
series and
subs.
how they
You know,
leveraged
like
free roam puzzles.
there's
So
so
we're really
many
excited to
people
bring
that
them
I don't even know. I've never even heard of them on YouTube.
Our
Yeah.
background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started
And it's the
making a
same
sequel
shit
to
here.
Escape
There's just
Academy,
so
we
many
asked
like
ourselves, how can we
indie
push
games
that
now
even further?
that
We looked at feedback from the first game,
that a
and the
game
number
can
one
have
most requested
millions and
by a
millions
huge
of
margin
players
was
and
more
you know.
academy to really get
Like
to
you
be a
only
student at
you
the
only
school.
really know
This
of
time around,
the
we're gonna
popular
let you
ones
explore
that
the
have
campus,
millions
to
of
go to
players.
classes, meet other students,
But the
and,
reality
most
is
importantly,
people have
find
in
lots of
between
rooms to lock
games,
yourself
right?
up in.
What was
It
once a
seriously
2D level
looks like
step map
him.
Is now a fully realized explorable
Yeah, I guess
space.
he
Whether you're
has
returning
like
to the
a
academy
couple
or
of
stepping in for the
features.
first time, you'll find yourself in a world full
But,
of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives
like,
to hidden rooms.
That
in
guy
unsuspected places.
is
The campus is
older,
designed to reward
like
curiosity
the
with
guy from
secrets
Ferris
tucked into every
Bueller,
corner
because you're
for
talking
players
about
to
the best
discover.
friend, right?
From lighting
That's
and
the one I'm
atmosphere to
thinking you're
environmental
talking about.
storytelling, we've pushed every
And
element to heighten immersion
yeah,
and
that guy's
mystery.
got like gray hair and shit.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really
Now.
lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through
I
the
always
second-year
liked him though. He
curriculum
was a
and the
good
game's
actor.
central mystery.
I haven't
Wanna
seen
get a
him in
sneak
much
peek at the game
lately,
and
but
help us
like
unlock its
after
full
that
potential?
movie,
Join our
he
Discord, sign
he
up
got
for a
like
playtest.
more
We'd love to
kind
borrow
of
your brain.
more
Wishlist
main
Escape
roles.
Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get
Back to school.
I'm not going back to school.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s
School is out
vibe
forever.
of this mixtape from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
It's a Jurassic World thing.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
I thought we were in Jeff
Making a
Keighley's.
what?
We're in David.
Oh, a mixtape.
Oh,
I thought you said a mystic.
Mixtape is a coming-of-age
I'm like,
action
you're
adventure
making
game
a
about
what?
three friends on their last night together, listening to
You
a
know what?
perfectly
I
curated
used to
soundtrack.
make
It's a
mixtapes
psychedelic
too. I
retrospective.
can make a
A musical
mixtape.
journey that documents the breadth of their
You're not the
friendship
only
and their
cool one,
greatest
guy.
hits.
Man, that reminds
The
me
whole
of
game
as a mixtape.
When I was a
Music
kid,
is a
we used to
mixtape,
play
it's a mixtape
we
of
used to play
habits,
hockey
from
in the
skateboarding
street.
to pulling slushies.
You know,
Mixtape
this was
of
back in
eras,
the
a
day
mixtape
when you
of
didn't
art
really have
styles
to
and media
worry about
designed to
anything,
take
and
you
we
back
would always say
to the
car,
teenage wasteland.
right? We'd be like car, and then we'd move everything to the side. The car would pass, and then we move everything back. Continue playing. Oh god, the good old days. Yeah, that was
But
so
is the
fun.
music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo.
This one's kind of more about the devs,
Smashing Pumpkins,
so they are
Portishead,
announcing
Roxy
like some of the games
Silverchair,
they're working
Rush,
on,
The Cure,
but it's more
Susie and the
a
Banshees,
meet the devs
Stan
type
Bush,
show.
Jesus and Mary Chain,
But the
The
games
Unkillable
are
Iggy
indie
Pop,
games, yeah.
and apparently many more.
Like I said, we just watched the main show, so now this is the after show. Yeah.
What are we doing? If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Play it on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation. Or
I'm just gonna say this would be a good like,
Thought we were riding together.
you know,
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
depends how old you are, I guess. But if you're old, it would be a good down memory lane. Yeah, because mixtape, the
Did you
you
see
know
that Drinkbox
the
Studios
person
just
in the
announced their
shopping
next title
cart. I
right
think we've
moments
all
ago at
done
Summer
that.
Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
like a
Ian, the
memory
lead
lane
designer at Drinkbox
type game.
Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Oh, we just saw that one in the other showcase. This one didn't look too bad, honestly.
Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outerloop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create
This one might be
accessible,
good because
meaningful
Double
games
Fine
about
Productions is
underrepresented
pretty
cultures and
popular.
themes. And this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Oh, is it a cooking game? I like cooking games.
No one cooks anymore.
It's because they all order DoorDash.
Yuck. I'm so hungry.
Was that a fish pancake? Is that what they just made?
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game.
Okay, Mystic. Going for Scourge of the Aspects pet from Horrific Visions. What do you think, solo or team? Things are always easier solo, but depends if you need help, right? If you're struggling, then I guess team.
Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths,
But
memories,
personally,
and
I'd
new
try it
threats.
solo first.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history,
Just
shared
make sure
memories,
you
and
got
increases your reputation.
the
Serve up
mask
looks like customizing
on,
your
because
spirit
that's
goddess. Create
a
your
2
own
mask,
spicy
right?
style
For
with
that
custom
pet?
wraps and accessories. Dos Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter,
It's been
and
a couple
Hyperlight
of weeks
Breaker,
since
have
I
teamed up
looked
with our
at
friends
it, so
Devolver. They're mixing things
I'm
up,
pretty sure
with,
you need at least
surreal,
one of the masks.
interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in City, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4
Hey,
animated
Draco.
shows we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each
Hydrating.
tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive.
They're like crawling. I'm bleeding so much.
Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of heroes
That'd just be so funny to
Along the
witness.
way, Luca and Rem will discover what Sensu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors.
Glad I caught you before I go play Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering tonight.
Or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be
Hydrating.
available later today.
Well, have fun, and usually I'm not on
Clean
yet,
combat,
so
and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun
I should be on, maybe when you get back.
Expansive 3D world change from its previous
After we're done with this, I was gonna do a quick end and probably, go take a piss, maybe grab a drink. And then I was gonna come back with some Mario Kart. So I might still be in there when you get back. Depends on how tired I get, because for some reason, I only slept 3 hours last night. Yeah. And I'm one of those people that if I wake up or like earlier than I'm supposed to, I just stay up. Yeah. So possibility I get tired early tonight, but we'll see.
Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and luring take place. From the arid lands
Oh,
of
is it
Old
just a
to the
vendor
grassy
pet?
landscapes
Oh,
of
okay.
Hylia,
Never mind
each
then.
biome offers new mechanics, enemies,
Just
and
do
rewards.
whatever then, Gaz.
Combat has
Just
been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in
farm
ranged
currency.
weapons, while
Yeah,
others
those
focus on
ones are
close
easy.
combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's two bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you need to
I'm
deactivate before
surprised.
striking back. Merchants need to be smart.
Yeah, I'm surprised that with the
It doesn't matter how far you
Summerfest,
get. Successful runs leads to the same
They-
place, your shop.
the
The
current
shop is where you
Twitch
put a
drop
price
wasn't
on the
mentioned.
and
Like
try
they
to get the
didn't
best
even
deal.
talk about that game.
There are ways to
Like,
influence the outcome.
what the hell?
For now, all I
Like,
can
did
say
they
is,
forget?
sell hard, sell harder. Well,
I would think
there's
you would
actually
at
something
least
I can already
mention,
share with you. Just like the perks in the
the
dungeons,
game
you
that
can
is
also
the
unlock
Twitch
special
drop.
effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful
Yeah,
synergies
kinda
and
weird.
selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to
Oh,
our
I
socials for all
remember
things Moonlighter 2 and
Moonlighter.
Endless
I
World.
never
See
played
you
it,
in
but
chat
I
now.
remember
Inspired
seeing
by
it
Pietro Rega's
advertised.
manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be.
Yeah,
usually interested
Drackle.
in
We
playing
just
video
watched
games.
the Summerfest. I won't spoil it for you if you weren't watching. I don't know if you're lurking around then. But VOD will be up. You can always
Day of the Devs ASMR
check it out
edition.
later.
My name is Thomas Waterzui, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork.
I thought
a
it was really
series of
good.
Casual and accessible games based on real paintings. where I explore
Hey,
what would
Tony.
happen if we
You
didn't
talking about
touch the
this?
artwork.
This or
Usually start by
the
choosing a painter
summer
I like,
Game Fest?
and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style.
I was
third
not. I
game,
got sent
I fell in
shopping
love
for a
with
few
American realist
things.
painter
Okay.
Edward Hopper.
Well,
But this
it'll
time,
be in the
you're not
VOD
gonna
if
be
you want to
touching
check it out.
artworks. You're just gonna be watching
I won't spoil anything.
night.
The whole presentation, I thought it was actually pretty good. There was a few I really was
Watch the artwork.
interested.
Psychological spot
Yeah.
the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening.
But, you know,
don't
different
know
opinions,
Edward
right? So hopefully,
You don't need to know.
maybe the PC gaming show on Sunday
most famous
will
for his
have
painting,
something for you.
Nighthawks. He depicted
Are you
feelings like loneliness and urban
are you like
isolation.
console gamer,
it made
PC
sense to create a
gamer?
psychological horror
Yeah,
game.
what's your
I
main
also wanted a mechanic that made
your main
people really
platform
look at the paintings,
for games, Tony?
hence the spot the difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only thing
Just a gamer, so gamer of all.
feelings of paranoia,
Just where you know, if the good game is only somewhere, then you just go to that somewhere type deal.
Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kind of
Nice, me too. Yeah, I am pretty much like, if the game interests me, then it doesn't really matter where it is. I do prefer PC. PC has always been my preference. But but I have all the consoles, so like, yeah, I do exclusives and stuff.
Wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye bye.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again.
I still haven't played that one.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus. And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell,
and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos
Delicious
and unique
point
strategies.
grind for all
For level
those
design,
hydrate
we recreated
redeems.
iconic Marvel settings, such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha,
God
the
damn
high-tech
it.
mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier.
I'm so
plus
glad we don't
a
have
total
any of
roster
those
legendary
hydrate
locations
redeems
across
on
the cosmos.
YouTube.
We had a lot
Because
of fun inserting
Drackle's
fan
now
favorite references for you
racking
to
his
find out in
points
the
up
background.
on both
So,
Twitch and Kick.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe,
redeem
we saw
shit.
this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours
He
spent at the
probably
comic
would
book shop
redeem
was
it,
nothing
except I've
bring
been
us here today.
a slacker on
We hope
Kick's
that
side,
Marvel Cosmic Invasion
and
is a true
I'm
love
allowing
letter to all fans
points,
who grew
but
up
there
with the
is
Marvel
no
Universe.
redemption.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC
I'll get
and
on it.
consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion.
So, out of
Horror
curiosity,
fantasy
how many
Light
points
Sync,
do you
co-directed
have?
by
I don't know how the
Select,
point system works.
with
I
haunting and
couldn't.
lovely music
I
from
couldn't
disaster
edit
piece,
it or anything.
composer
Like, I
of
couldn't
Hyperlight
decide
Picture,
how many
It Falls,
points you
and
guys get per like
and to
minute.
boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
only have 1K points on your Kick channel so far. I'd say that's pretty good considering this is what, the 4th stream?
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally it starts
really?
fresh.
So you quit your dead-end job to do the toughest job, probably?
You can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
Every person that talks about farming, you know, in real life,
shopping at the Cellmart,
doesn't usually have positive
using your
things.
very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters.
Lurking on all 3 right now. Well, thanks for the viewership, Draco.
You can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG.
Yeah, this one's meant for people who like the old school.
And you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping.
I don't mind some of them. You know, like Stardew Valley was okay.
So you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching
My
for
bad,
the
got
Neverway,
sidetracked by the
marriage reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening into this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
Except for the eyes, she doesn't have Mystic's eyes.
Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are
Man, he's wearing a jacket, but there isn't even snow on the ground.
Museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts return to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious playing, guy?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing.
Right, for another 100 years till the next guy sees
their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route.
So what was the point of the table?
In phase 3,
couldn't she just have jumped?
Flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
I really thought it was gonna be to get somewhere.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and
Bunch of
Xbox
BS. I'm
Series
quitting
X
gaming.
and S. You can risk
Not
it now.
every year can be
Remember
a win.
Patapon,
And
that
there's
Charlie
still
series of games
2
about those
major
little dudes
events,
walking
Tony.
around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind
Tomorrow
of a sequel.
will be
It's a
future
spiritual
games,
successor.
and then
It's the core
Sunday
team
is
from Sony
Xbox
Japan
and
that
PC.
made the OG games.
So,
coming back at you.
there
More
may
charming
still
workers
be
doing stuff
something
while
that
making music.
interests you.
こんにちは。パタボンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしており
Like,
ます。
to be fair, if you weren't interested by anything from the Summer Game Fest, you're probably not gonna like anything from these last 2. I'm just gonna say, yeah, they're usually definitely the lower budget games.
面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで、
Which some can be really good, honestly. Like, it's worth giving some a chance. But it definitely, it definitely does sound like you're more a AAA gamer.
可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
Like, what are your main games,
プロ
Tony?
デューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですが、このように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですので、まだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたので、ぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それでは、どうぞ。
Run the trailer. Oh, is this gonna be like Cuphead? Which I should return to. I liked Cuphead. I streamed it a while back. It was on the YouTube channel. And at the time when I streamed it, it was the most popular stream I'd done. Yeah. Which I just found hilarious because, you know, the YouTube channel is WoW. Like a person that, you know, that likes the bigger budget games. That's basically what I meant by AAA gamer. Like, there's people that like indie games, there's people that like the, you know, the $90 games. And, yeah.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
What,
This
they
next game,
they
led
drink
by the
in milk?
legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Other Side Entertainment.
I like games if they're good or interesting looking. I don't care what the production budget was. Yeah, I'm the same. I have some games that I like that are more on the popular side, I guess, and then I have some like gems, I like to call them. You know, games that go under the radar. Some aren't even broadcast on these gaming shows.
That we want to
Yeah.
show you more. So here's an early
Hey, Miss Bugaboo. Just got up from a nap. Nice, nice. Well, we're just finishing a gaming show, and then we're gonna do some gaming after. So I'll be doing kind of a double stream because I
bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game. Like
no.
shadows,
I was gonna say I could. Well, I'm gonna do the double stream because I need to drop YouTube after this, just because picture attached. It's
Spectre to me, however,
themed to the game show.
Of other players in the same game.
But it's not for a while.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me? Making, situations that are just so fun. Something that won't happen in another match ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing players do.
I can feel like a real
So now that you're all rested, Miss Bugaboo, what's the plan?
I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected. And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance, there's actually a train passing by in the world. Every thief for themselves, right? Thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
The atmosphere looks pretty good. Not sure. Going to get a cold drink.
The weather changes.
A cold alcohol drink.
Or the loot. The guard patrols. And of course, the players are always on their own separate quests. So really anything can happen. We've been working on this game for a while now. And I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
World premiere.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests.
No, I don't drink much alcohol, just a sparkling ice black raspberry flavored water. Nice, nice.
Navigate the stock market without crashing and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct.
Yeah, mine is well, it's the same as usual. Well, this one might be different. I might have been using a different one last week.
Will you be able to tame them?
That's
or
what
maybe
I'm
you find your
drinking.
own satisfaction on
Blueberry,
your own success.
raspberry, non-alcohol.
Pocket Puzzle is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page
I don't drink
on
much either, but
pocketpuzzle.ch.
I might buy something next
Thank you.
week for the birthday stream.
This
maybe.
autobiographical
We'll
game
see.
is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi,
Right?
I'm Jenny.
Haven't been raiding lately, so I haven't been drinking beer.
Consume won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the
That was my
2025
excuse to
Independent Games
drink.
Festival.
More importantly,
Gotta
it's
get back
about
to those
get its
raids.
Release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in
What
Consume
the-
sees Jenny with
What
new
is
goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter
Man, I
fascinating
wish.
while
I
walking
just
your
got
dog.
the same
This
allowance
part is based
no
on
matter
real life,
what.
by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already
Bedtime at 12 a.m.? Is
Does
she
any
supposed
of
to
this
be an
matter,
adult?
either in the game or in real life?
We don't have
Because
time
I'm
to
just gonna
spoil the
say
story
midnight if you're going to
You'll have
school is
find out
kind of
yourself when
late.
Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game.
Well,
after
I'm
this.
Canadian, so that $20 is more like $26, and
Sometimes great
that
games can go unnoticed.
that game
You're
is
lucky
not a
maybe to build a small
$26
cult audience, but
game.
very rarely do those
It's
games
like-
go on to inspire huge
maybe
games
10.
like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15 years ago.
The Switch is
with my
now
best
off.
friend,
It
a
is.
juicy, grueling RPG. It's a Japanese-inspired
Not for
RPG
long.
where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control and became very famous. The reason is that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can't describe. I ask you please...
Well, I gotta go take a piss. Let me know if I missed anything, guys. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale.
and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms.
In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat. We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
And now, a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin.
I'm Thomas Tobin.
And I'm Andy Chmelenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through lush environments, solving environmental puzzles, and taking on heroic battles. All while helping locals and uncovering his own past. Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Oh, the hearts are like
Many of the
a
locals
Zelda.
are very fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost
Why the
travelers.
tire?
In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
It's very inspired by
Heartfelt, and
Zelda.
full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Who doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful
I think
expedition.
Nintendo will go after them if they get too popular for the heart for copyright. Of
Something
course.
we made from Sweden does it again.
Would
Hello,
just be
everyone.
wrong if
I'm
they
Lucas,
didn't.
And I'm Nicholas, co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember
The
us
heart,
better
the
for
atmosphere.
Little Game Toem from 2021's showcase. Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts.
To be fair,
released the
like,
game at Wholesome Snack
you know,
in
I know
December,
you say that
and
because
we're
of
beyond
Pal
stoked to
World,
show the game
but
for the very
did they
first
ever go after Genshin? Because Genshin was a complete Zelda rip.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the
Like,
phenomenon
until they
is this
updated
time,
it.
well,
But
you'll have to discover
when
that
it
yourself.
first came out,
Along
it was
journey,
very
you'll
much.
stumble upon special NPCs
Yeah, and then
we
they
call
updated
friends,
it
each
and
with
it
their own
became
personality and
more
quest.
Genshin, you know?
These friends allow
Yeah.
deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
I don't think so, as it's a Chinese company
take
and
the hammer,
Nintendo
which-
knew they would
yeah,
lose
you guessed it.
in
It's
Chinese
great
court.
for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Tone 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier.
This should be the last one?
And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
Devolver was supposed to
recap,
start 1
more
minute
story,
ago.
Updated visuals and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Tone 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more,
He looks like an
go
Animal
visit the game
Crossing
and join our
character.
Discord. See you all real soon. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our
Wasn't
partners
thinking
at
about
the
it.
Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual
It's
program
like
called
you
Game
got a
Maker's
show that is followed up after Summer Game
And we
Fest.
don't mean just concept
I
art, we mean
think you got
storyboards,
support.
we mean iconography.
Just saying.
All the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters. A veritable Where's Waldo of every game.
Mario!
That print is limited edition and on sale at imapit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation.
See, their
and
dice
Day of
even
the Devs.
says
Literally,
2.
We're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation.
Xsola is
Xsola Mall to spotlight
who
some
the
of our
subs
favorite
are
games
through.
from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code
I remember
below, head to this
their
URL
name
to
on my
explore some
credit
amazing
card
indie
statements.
games. And thanks again to Xsola for supporting this celebration of creativity
There.
and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor, but we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that
Right?
have been contributing throughout the
PlayStation,
last
Summer
year.
Game Fest,
Just want to give them a shout.
Blumhouse,
Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games,
Xbox. Like,
Devolver
yeah,
Digital,
they got some
Idea
good sponsors.
Xbox, 47 Communications.
Not to say they couldn't use more, but
Razer,
they're doing better
Sabotage
than
Studio, Studio
most
MBHR,
smaller
Summer Game Fest
shows.
and Jeff Keighley and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible.
I feel like I'm watching an
Day of the Devs.
90s infomercial just by like the color. Yeah.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for providing the beats for today's show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard new track from, this is mostly a
He's still
never-before-heard
waving.
track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer, and our keyboardist is the cameraman.
Is it Trent
This should show
Reznor?
you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including this one. Enjoy.
Has your voice been truly locked away? Kept inside these worn out tapes we made? Or maybe this is another dream I'll soon forget. So I'll put it with the rest and wait for you instead.
I thought they said it was one person doing everything. Lying bastards. I think it would have been better if they showed the game while this was going on. Like, just saying. Okay. Thank God that's over.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the charts for them evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff from the demo. You can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like, genuinely super... we're not here without you. Like, genuinely. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words.
That was a cut.
All the planned
He
stuff
rambled.
ended back when I stopped talking about the album. This,
a rambler knows
really
this.
Think of a good way to thank you, because there is more love that has come into D-Cell than I have any idea what to do with. This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my God, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
There was definitely a few cuts there, buddy. Definitely a few. Boop-a-doop. Okay, Devolver Digital time. So time for the weird show. That one definitely extended, you know. One, I know it was supposed to start 12 minutes ago, and two, a countdown on a game show never starts at 2 minutes. Never. Yeah. I wish SteamWorld Dig had a third game to wrap up the storyline. I don't know if I ever played those. So there's 2 of them then? I've definitely heard of it. Because it's like Terraria, right? Oh, I own the first one? I wonder if I have any hours in it. I wonder if I've installed it. Maybe we'll have to give it a try. since I own it and all. Yeah. Welcome to some of the games I own and don't even think about. Yeah.
Kenny's son makes video games. In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art.
If a kid can make a game, we should be able to make a game, right?
And his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games.
You should not eat pie while making video games.
Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes. Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ball Pit just for you, Volvi.
Okay, so we're starting with a documentary, or?
Hey there, I'm Kenny-san, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball Pit. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make my own studio.
Are you the only one here?
Yes, it's just me.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So whose studio is this? So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the confidence to actually make video games as a career. And I'm so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out video games every
It's a side view digging platformer. Okay.
And that gave rise
Yeah, maybe we'll give it a go next week during.
was again declined.
Well, I'm aiming for a variety week, but I did tell Ms. Bugaboo I'd be back in raid, so we'll do a little WoW and a little variety next week.
The base building survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver Digital. They finally got their together, and they saw the potential of this beautiful game, and its balls started dangling in front of their faces.
So, do you want me to edit out that last part?
No, please don't, keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit, and we're going to see its first trailer, and after that we're going to dwell a little bit deeper into what makes this game so much fun. Roll that footage, Henry. Go for it.
You said you were the only one here.
Henry. Henry.
Balbalon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick breaking, ball fusing, base building, survival roguelite. Power up. Rebuild Balbalon.
It must be windy outside. I got the window open so I can feel the chill pretty good.
Ball pit.
It looks like one of those games that doesn't look like much looking at it, but is super fun when you're playing, you know? That's a vibe I got.
So,
because I'm just gonna say, you know,
when I first started work on Ball Pit,
when we started,
I'm amazed at how long I can sit and just kill the same shit over and over and over, you know?
from what it is right now.
Yeah,
The core concept
I find
was
shit
the
like
same
that
from the
very
beginning, but I've
addicting.
built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little
I think I learned that one really well when Vampire Survivors came out. Spent a lot of time in there.
Ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
So what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
These dang balls.
But that was not painful or anything. But the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the
Excuse me.
And as they say,
We need to see the kid again. It was like
Ball Pit. The demo is on stream as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have 2 folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes, team, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks.
The two actual hosts.
Have been the 2 stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm
Some of you may recognize me from my past work, say as a segment in the Super Mario Bros. Fire Bar. Yes, I was Ball 3. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games and, quite honestly, in over her head.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I handle fires, but not like fireballs.
Used to work in insurance.
But this is just so much more fun. Look at me in my dress-up outfit. It's so fun. But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. I'm just excited to be here. Woo!
A masterclass in syllables. Now, Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy roguelike wherein heroes must find the balls to plunge deeper into a seemingly bottomless pit of monsters. There are 2 sides to the game, much like that two-faced Janice.
Rick.
The combat side of Ball Pit sees players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade, or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tile set, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run. Win or lose, you can take some or all of your spoils of war back up the pit to base camp. Use those resources to build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunters' chances of survival. There are many realms to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest.
It's like Tetris. They're closing in on you.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick. Oh, I mean Rick. Slip of the tongue.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still haven't, please try the demo on Steam as soon as you can, because this has been something that I've wanted to create since I was a sweet little boy.
Hi.
And this is something very, very special.
Okay. What's next? Oh, was that really the end? That was very short for Devolver Digital. We didn't even see the real hosts. What? Okay, they must have had nothing this year. Okay. Well, I'm gonna, I am going to, actually, let's test something out. But then how would I re-put it? I've been wanting to test if we can drop a 1 and then bring it back without dropping all. So let me test. So it's gonna be YouTube dropping. So we're done the game show. So I'm only gonna drop YouTube. I just want to test something, and yeah. But I will be returning in a bit to play Mario Kart. So if you're on YouTube, yeah, actually, you know what? I'll probably just make another stream, and yeah, I'll be back on YouTube. Yeah. But I do want to test something because on Sunday I kind of I separated the gaming shows and they're back to back. So I need to be able to drop YouTube and restart it. So I just want to test that for. Okay, so potentially buy YouTube if it works.